Hey everybody, Joy here. Oh my goodness. I have so many things I want to say. I'm going to screw them up and say them all half wrong, I'm sure. Hello. It is Saturday, June 8, 2017. I'm trying to do so many things at once, plus work at my store, plus watch my mom, plus tell my husband what to buy at Walmart that he never can find. I cook a lot with cream of chicken soup, and so I knew he was there getting something for the new kitty, which I haven't told you about yet. And so I called him to see if he was there, and I said, oh please go to the soup and get me some cream of chicken soup. So I said, I don't want the healthy request, I don't want the low fat, I just want the normal cream of chicken soup. He said okay, so I hung up, and then I started to fix my mom her lunch. And I fixed myself a sandwich. I sliced up a tomato and got some spinach out of my fridge, and I put spinach and mayonnaise and tomato and ham and built me a sandwich. And I cooked soup for her and put her soup and got her some crackers, and I'm telling you all that to tell you that much time went by. And I decided to call Jerry and ask him to get something else that I thought of when he was closer to home and he was by this other store. So I called him. And I said, are you near Brahms yet in Medill? And he said, I'm still looking for cream of chicken soup. I swear it was 45 minutes later. So I don't know if he's still there looking for it. Somebody else, he was on the phone talking to me, and I heard him say, my wife wants cream of chicken soup. No, she doesn't want that kind. I've looked everywhere for it. So I guess other people were coming up trying to help the poor man find cream of chicken soup. So anyway, that's been my morning. I've been working on my spools. Oh, they are so nice. I'm spending hours and hours and hours and hours just, you remember it's got all the vines on it, all the flowers on it, and little birds on it, and the spools on it. Well, I'm stitching around all of that, outlining all of that first to stabilize the quilt. Then I'm going to unpin the top off the roller. Everything will be attached so I can roll back and forth all I want to, and then I'll do the pretty part. And when I get to the pretty part, then I'll show you, okay? Right now it's just stitching around everything. But I want to tell you this cool idea. I came into this like, Joy, what are you doing? What is in that in your hands? Let me see if it has a cover, and I'll tell you what it is. I don't think it has a cover. December. It's an old calendar. It is 2016. I think that's the cover right there. I want to show you how little it is. See how little this calendar is? See? Against me, you can tell how little it is. And as in most calendars, it has these pretty pictures. And this one just happens to have scriptures. Well, I pulled this one out of somewhere the other day. I was up here quilting or cleaning or sewing or doing something. And I picked up this calendar and I thought, oh, that's 2016, I need to throw it away. And it fell open to this one page. And the one page had this scripture on it that I really like and this really cute picture. And I thought, you know what, you could make quilts out of these calendar pictures. You know, like people at quilt shows, you know, they'll have quilts with people in them or animals in them, and it's from a picture that they took. And I thought, you know, why couldn't you make a quilt like this? You know, it could be 5 by 8, it could be a wall hanging, it could be whatever. And so I started looking through here at all the different ones. I mean, look, how cute is that? So you know what I did? Diana, close your eyes and shut your ears. You can't hear this. My friend Diana's birthday's coming up. And she made me the cutest quilt. If I had the camera off here, I'd go show it to you. Y'all have seen it anyway. It's on the wall and it's a little flower in a pot. And it has a raised middle in it, 3D like. And she quilted it for me for one of my birthdays, or probably not even my birthday. She's just always giving me something for no reason. And I just love it. And so I was wondering what I could do for her birthday. And so, my lightning fast mind, I thought, I wonder if I could take one of these pictures. Let me raise the camera a little bit, you guys. Okay, so can you kind of tell now my head, the calendar, it's a little one. So what I did was I got one of those pieces of fabric that has the paper on the back of it, and I put it in my printer. And I tore off one of these pictures, because I just need the top, I don't need the calendar. and I put it in the printer, and I printed it off on that fabric printer sheet. Is that what they're called? Fabric printer sheets. It's 8.5 by 11. You put them in your printer one at a time. Ran it through first time. It came out perfect. It was just as dark and colorful as this is. It's actually there, but I can't show it to you because it's a surprise. But anyway, I printed it out on the sheet. Then I took it over to my brand new sewing machine. Oh no, then I made a quilt sandwich out of it. And I put batting in it, and I put a backing on it. And then I took it over to my new sewing machine that has the Bernina stitch regulator foot, because I just finally got it in the mail, and so I wanted to try it out. And so I've quilted with my sewing machine before, so I mean I kind of know how to do it, but I didn't know how to use that foot very good. So anyway, I put that foot on, and I started quilting away, and it just turned out so cute. So the point is, if you have a fun calendar, oh my goodness, I've had some in the back. You know how I love roses. And my mother loves teddy bears. Oh, I should make my mother a little teddy bear one. Oh, this doesn't have any teddy bears in it. Oh, she would love it. Absolutely love it. Oh my goodness, I've got to look for a calendar somewhere that has teddy bears in it. Anyway, really fun, fast project. I finished it, I think it took me 4 or 5 hours. And I quilted the whole thing, and then I bound it, and then I put a little ribbon at the top so you can hang it on the wall, because I hung hers on my wall. So anyway, I hope she likes it when she sees it. But just an idea that turned out really good. And being this size of a calendar, you know, I didn't have to do a great big picture. She can use it for a coaster or hang it on the wall or whatever. Okay, so now I'm throwing it away. I just saved it to show you guys. So what else? I told you about the quilt. I'm still working on the ABCs. Remember the alphabets that I put on here? For all the pieces of the, oh, I can't even remember this goofy thing from Craftsy. I'm working on it. I have so far, I'll show you what I have so far. Ta-da! This is what I have so far. Because I got my wool batting for the spool quilts, and I really wanted to get it on the long arm and start quilting it. So this Craftsy one is on hold. I ordered a little kit a couple days ago for my new grandbaby Jack that's coming in November to make him a little quilt. And somebody asked me about the sunflower quilt. And I love that quilt. They said they just absolutely loved it. And would I please tell them the pattern? Oh my goodness, if I remember the pattern. It seems to me I sent that to one of my readers. Maybe not. In fact, if you'll hold on one second, I will look under sunflower in my file and see if one's there. Hold on. I'm sorry. I don't still have the pattern. But I got that pattern at a quilt shop in Colorado years ago. And that quilt shop is still there. The original quilt shop got all torn down, but they put a new quilt shop there, and it's way nicer. But I'd be very, very surprised if they still had that pattern there. Anyhow, thank you for the compliment. And let me see what else is going on. Oh, you haven't heard about Button. You haven't heard about Button. If you want to see Button, go to my blog. Not today, not tomorrow. It takes a while to get the pictures up and everything. But you can see a little Button. And his name is Button because he's cute as and my husband named him. So now not only do we have 2 cats, which are a pain in the rear to start with, we now have 3. So evidently it was a plan made in heaven and we had no choice. Jerry and I went to work. Let me see, when was it? It was a holiday. Our store was closed this past Monday because of July 4th. And I had a babysitter for Mom that day. And so Jerry and I love to go work when nobody's there. And it's just quiet, you know. And it's just him and me. And so we were both there at work, and we were working on, going to work together on what's called accreditation. We have to be audited every 3 years in order to be in the business we're in. So we have to be accredited. And it's tons and tons and tons of worthless, stupid paperwork. And so that's what we were going to work on. So we go in the back of the building. We park in the back and we go in the back of the building. So we walked into the back room, and the back of our building isn't air conditioned. It's just a big warehouse. It's where we store all the extra everything and all the products, you know, the paper towels, the washer, the dryer, the new wheelchairs, the new scooters, you know, all the stuff, medical equipment. And we walked in, and the first thing I noticed was a pad on the floor. And it had 2 little dishes by it. And I told Jerry, I said, our employees are bringing their animals to work. They cannot bring their animals to work. We have to do something about this. So I called the service tech because he's always available. And I knew he'd know what was going on. I called, and he saw it was my name, and I was calling. Before I could even say hello, he said, it's a kitten. He said the big semi-truck came up to the building, and they were delivering a ramp, and so they had all the doors, the garage door open to the back covered patio and into the building because they were hauling this ramp in there, and this little kitten ran in there, and all that area back there is shelving. You know, way up high, you have to have a ladder to get to the top of it. It's just shelving, 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 and cardboard boxes and stuff. And that little kitty had more places to hide than you can count. But there's no air conditioning back there, like I said, and it gets extremely hot. So anyway, when Tim told me what it was, Jerry and I both went into find the kitty mode. And wouldn't you know, of all days, I never, ever dress up. Ever. And I wasn't dressed up that day, but I have these knit skirts. You probably remember me making some of them. And they're floor length. You remember when middies or maxis or whatever they were all in style, and so I made these long skirts. Well, for some reason, I just felt like wearing one that morning. And this had this black t-shirt on top. Well, I had to pull that skirt up and wrap it around my waist and tie it in a knot and get down on the floor, and I was crawling on the floor looking under all of these fixtures trying to get this kitty to come to me. And every once in a while the kitty would jump out and run over to the next fixture. And I get really, really, really close. Here, little kitty, here, little kitty, here, little kitty. And go to grab him, and off he'd jump. I mean, he's tiny, 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 just weaned, little tiny kitten. So anyway, after I told Jerry, I said, go get some tuna fish. Go get some tuna fish, and go get some cat treats, and go get some cat toys. And so Jerry went down to the Dollar General and came back with all these bags of stuff for this cat. But that's actually how I caught him. Because the poor little thing was very hungry. And so I put some of those little treats on my fingertips, and I just held real still until he came up to my hand, and he started eating the little treat, and I went, ah, and I got him. So anyway, the little thing is now living in my kitchen in the big dog cage that we had when we had puppies. So anyhow, life is always changing around here. So I just wanted to say hi, and I want to say Penny in Oregon, thank you for your wonderful comment. You have no idea how much those mean to me, you guys. I don't know why in a Christian family there's so much hatred and ugly things said and misunderstandings and inability to communicate, and it's just sick. It's just sick, the things that go on in this family. But anyway, it is what it is. Although Joel Osteen said, don't say that anymore. Don't you love Joel Osteen? That man is so positive. He said, quit saying, or was it, no, it wasn't him, it was Matthew. It was Matthew Hagee. He said, quit saying it is what it is, because it isn't what it is, it's what God says it is, and it can always be changed. So I'm going there. I'm going on that street, okay? Come over and get on that street with me. It can be changed. We serve a mighty, mighty God, and I'm believing that this family is going to fall madly in love with each other, and all this crap that's going on is going to dissolve into thin air, and everybody's going to wake up and realize we are here to love God and love each other, and that's it. All right, I'll let you guys go. And I'll be back when I have something to show you. Bye for now.